All right, hey guys, welcome back to the Emlyn in the Mix show. If you're watching us here on YouTube or Spotify, we are 3 cameras deep today, taking it pretty seriously, but not really. This is a pre-recorded show. I've been wanting to do this one for a little while. It is, of course, the Emlyn in the Mix podcast, season 4, episode 20, and we are going to be doing sort of like a beginner's guide to the Polyend play, because I've wanted to do this video for ages, but I just have felt like I don't know enough about this Polyend play to really show it off. And there's a plethora of awesome videos already online about the Polyend play, but I thought I'd take it from the viewpoint of a beginner. Hopefully, if I do go a little bit too advanced for you, I'm very sorry in advance, no pun intended. But anyway, let me just do some quick housekeeping for the show. So thank you for joining me. We usually do news, but because it's pre-recorded, we're just getting straight into the product today. Actually, this is really confusing. I don't know which camera I'm looking at half the time. We'll make this one the main camera. Anyway, I lost my train of thought, but thank you so much for joining me. There's a super thanks down below. If you want to get a shout out on the show, click the super thanks, or you just, even if you don't want to shout out, maybe that's putting people off doing the super thanks, you just want to support the show, hit the super thanks down below. Much appreciated. I'm pretty sure you can leave me a message there if you do want the shout out, that is. And all right, I think that's pretty much it. There's no affiliate link. I purchased the Polyend play. I'm not paid by the team who make Polyend play. They've got a new pretty crazy thing out at the moment, which I don't have. We won't be looking at that. But the Polyend play, in my opinion, is a lot of fun, and I'll show you why today. So let's just get stuck into just showing you how to do it. So, okay, so the 4 sort of main important buttons are these top 4. Yeah, you can see it in the video there. That's good. So you've got solo, mute. I'm probably getting those back to front, but those 2 are solo and mute, I'm pretty sure. Then this is like the select track, where you can select what you're going to do with that track. And then you've got like a sort of like a perform function. Now I'm probably getting all of this wrong, but who knows? But I'm pretty sure that when you select that sort of activates it into performance mode. So when we jump over to performance mode, which is the button right next to record here, it turns into this rainbow color, but that just indicates all the different effects that are on here. Now I realize my mic is going to be going a bit funny. We're not going to edit. I don't think we're going to edit any of this video. Or maybe we'll edit some of it if it's really bad. But hopefully that makes sense. Those 4 buttons are the most, from what I can understand with the Polyend play, that's like the most important part of it. So, and if you're listening to us, because normally this is a podcast as well, so if you're listening, hopefully you can visualize that as well. But if not, listen to the podcast, afterwards jump over to YouTube or Spotify to watch and see what I was actually talking about. All right, so let's just get a beat. I'm just going to make a really simple house beat, okay, and then just show you what this thing can do, because it's super fun. So let's so you want to do the select. So now we've selected this track, and then we jump over to our samples. I just realized I have got this in an awkward position for myself. So now it's just going through all the samples that are loaded, and we want to go and find a kick. Actually, before this, there is a step prior to this. So you need to actually load the kit. Now I found it rather difficult, but once you understand it, it's quite easy. You literally push down on this button here, and this takes you back to like you got your file, samples, and so forth. So you just go new. Hang on, I gotta look because I'm gonna go off mic for a sec. So you go load sample pack. Oh my god, that's terrible. I can't even see it from here. I'm in a very awkward position to where the overhead cam is. And then you go through and you find your kits. Like find one that piques your interest or whatever. And I chose house kit. And then once you found what you want, you literally just press load pack. I'm not going to do it now because I've already done it. All right, great. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's go back to our sample. So we want to click the second button here, which gets us down to the categories for the samples. And we're just going to go through. So we want to kick. So here's our kicks. Now we can go back. It's going to go through all the different kicks. All right, I like that one. It's pretty simple, right? All right, so then all we do is, like any sequence, you just load where you want the samples to go. So we're going to put one on every beat here. Actually, I think that's loaded now, so we can just go, take the select track off and just simply put them there. Now, hopefully when I play back, there we go. Simple beat. Simple beat, baby. All right, so that was pretty easy, right? So now we want to, let's add a clap. So we select our next track, again, selecting the track. I'm sure there's probably a video like this already, but I was just trying to find a way to show a difference for you guys. So now we're going back to our sample and we want to go for, let's go for category, sorry. Clap. Yeah, let's just do a simple clap, go back. Let's listen to our different claps. I like that. So take select off and now I'm making it look easy, but this was initially, it was quite hard to work this out. So there we go. Simple, right? Now the cool thing is we can add, so if we select that now, it sort of goes, selects this to add sort of effects to it. So I can add reverb, for example. Let's jump to our reverb. So it's just on my clap. And I could even add delay if I wanted to. Maybe just a tiny bit. All right, so pretty simple so far. So let's keep going with the simple house beat theme here and let's get some hi-hats. So jump back over to our actually wrong button, select the track, and let's look through our categories. Actually, categories. We want percussion hats. And we'll listen. I like it when you rotate it, you could actually make your own trills. That's pretty cool. Let's see. That's trippy. There's one there. Oh, is that like a... Oh, I don't like it. Okay, that's just simple. Let's go with that, and we're going to just do it on every 16th. Oops. I think that's right. Actually, it'd sound better if it was on everything. Okay. Just have it on every 16th actually. I wasn't having it on 16th at first. And then, okay, that's a bit loud, right? So you just select it and we can turn it down. Not the master though, you want to just do the volume for that particular sound. There we go. So it's sitting back a bit more. And then we can also do trippy stuff. Like you can, now that it's selected, actually there's some pretty cool stuff you can do, which I'm going to show you in a sec. I'll try not to jump too far ahead of myself. But for example, on this, I wouldn't mind adding just a touch more am I on reverb? I can hear it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. So it's got a bit of reverb on it. And we can do this randomization thing. So we've got overdrive, you've got reverb type. Actually, you can change your reverb type. You can move it, but because it's playing 16ths, that won't work. So this randomize, this is really fun. So we can increase the chances and it's going to randomize the samples in that folder. So this is really fascinating. So let's have a listen to that. So cycling through, and this is cool because now we're getting like variations and sort of randomness, which is essentially what this is doing. Now, what does chance do again? Oh, that's how it gets hit. So playing each step, you've got different, you can change it. So like, look, if you did 30%, it's not going to play every step. So have a listen. So it's cool for developing a groove that's very unique. You know, you can add it to 60%, and you can even change what the chance is on. So you can even have the chance on random sample. Like how is the chance hitting the, like it's really cool. So you start getting some really unique and interesting results. Okay, so now we're gonna definitely need an offbeat hi-hat, right, to make it a classic sounding house track. So let's go here. I hope I know what I'm doing here, probably not. Again, this was like a beginner's guide. And again, I just wanted to keep this pretty chill on the show. Trying to make this as simple as possible for you guys. So transitions, not claps, probably more hi-hats. We can do bass, we'll do bass in a sec, or melodic sounds. I think it's hats again, but instead of having 16ths, we want to have some nice elongated hats. So let's see what we can get here. Actually, I like that. That one's a bit, I know it's weird, but I kind of like it. So that would go on. So I think this is, I hope this is right. Something like that, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah. So that gives that groove. I actually don't like that sound, so let's go back. Can we change it like that? Oh no, sorry, wrong. We're gonna change it like this. Turn it up a bit so I can hear it. Bit of a weird sounding hi-hat, but it's working. And then we can do some similar stuff to this where we can change its randomization. But actually I don't really want to do that today. We might just increase the reverb on that. And even on I want to put a bit on my bass drum as well. Nah, it's not going to work. All right, cool. You might be thinking, okay, cool, bulk standard, beat. I could have made this on my computer, no worries. But I think what makes the Polyend play different and more fun is the fact that you can add those randomizations and those interesting little things. And let me just show you that, like from the point of view of making a melody. So if we go down to, let's go to our next track, unselect that, and select it here. So now we go back to our sample library. And let's go down to here. So let's add bass, right? So basically I've selected the next track to do like an offbeat pulsating bass line, which is this one here. So I've chose a bass, which is this sound, that one, C5. So that's done. So I'm gonna try, I don't know if this works. It's gonna go, it might be too tight like that, but we'll just see if this works. Kind of works actually. That's kind of what I was after, like a pulsating sound, right? Or you can actually just move it across if it's not right. So you can find where it will fit. Actually, that's probably better there. So it's on the actual hi-hat. All right, that kind of gives it, yeah. Very straightforward. I told you this was going to be basic today. I wanted to keep it basic, but you can hear I got a pretty cool housey techno groove. Sounds kind of 90s, but still cool, right? So this is where I think this would be interesting, is adding randomization to this. Just going to add some modulation, some reverb, go back to our thing. How good's that sound? So with the randomization, it's really nice. I'm going to turn our volume down. Just keep it down like that. We filter it off as well. Something like that. I think I've shown you guys what I wanted to show you on today's show. It's just a very easy and basic way to come up with beats. Obviously, I've done a very simple style of beat here. We can make hip hop, we can make any style of beat, right? We can make metal drums even on this thing, but I just know how to do house pretty good, so that's why I chose house today in the video, just to give you a demonstration. But I merely wanted to make this video to just show you how to actually get sound out of it, and hopefully that's helped you to understand that. Now, of course, it does have the performance side. If you haven't seen this before, let me just show you how that works. So all we want to do, we've literally just got 5 samples going in a sequence. And I haven't shown you, I've merely shown you probably 1% of what this can actually do, because this has a whole bunch of tricks up its sleeve. Like you can change the direction that the sequence is going on some of the tracks, or you can have some going longer and some going shorter. I mean, I can just show you that quickly now. Like if we do it on here, we just want to get let me just have a look. Hard to see it from there. Track length here. So the track length, we can change it, right? So you can see the blue line. I don't know if you can see that, but the blue line going up and down. So you could just essentially just have, I mean, for a 16th beat, you could just have 2 like that, right? So now the sequence will only play there, right? For that one. So you can see that there. And you could even do, I don't know, I don't know why you'd do this. I mean, I guess you could for a 4 to the floor. I mean, you wouldn't really do that though. Just keep it at 16s. But now that's better. Went a bit out. But But yeah, you could have your little 16ths like this. It doesn't matter because they're just doing 16ths. Okay, so let's show you the fun part now. This is what you want to see. This is what the perform is all about. Okay, so I got all my tracks selected and just touch perform. We're over to this crazy rainbow land here. And these are just essentially all your different effects. I can't remember what does what, but when you touch it, it tells you up here. So let me just show you how that works. I mean, this is the performance side of things here. So this is when you start performing and how this will actually pan out. So let's show you that. So we got a low pass. That's pretty cool. High pass. Bit crusher. And right down the 4 pits. Some beat mashery type things, which you can hold down as well. If you press it down hard enough, it'll actually stay on. That's like a left and right. Anyway, you can get some insane sort of beat mastering effects, and you can leave a bunch of effects on. And you can do multiple effects. Like I got all 10 fingers going at once there. Oh, that changes the key. That's good if you're singing or you want to get the key right. That's pretty cool. Anyway, super fun. I really love the Polyend play. I just wanted to keep this video super chill and super easy to sort of just see what this beast can do. I know it was a bit of a different show today. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and what the Polyend play can actually do. Please leave a comment down below if you liked it. Like the video, share it if you want others to discover, or if they're thinking about getting one of these, they just want some simple tips on how to actually get the Polyend player to make some sound and they can see how easy it is just from this video, then do that. And thank you so much for joining me, guys. We'll be back next week with another excellent Emlyn in the Mix show. Until then, thanks for joining me. Peace out. Boom. Hey, thanks for listening to the Emlyn in the Mix podcast. Here you will find all the latest in music technology, software and hardware, interviews and more. Also, don't forget to check out the Emlyn in the Mix YouTube channel today. Till next time, keep it real.